Well, I wasn't going to preach today. I wasn't going to do that. But if I didn't, then I would not be being obedient. I told the Lord before today, if I went back to the podium, that I would make sure that I praised him the proper way. The last time I was up here, God did an extraordinary work through me. It exceeded past myself and into and around the country. And with that, I owe proper praises to God. It had nothing to do, very little to do with me and everything to do with him, so I have to be obedient. So first, I will update everybody on my daughter. She had a phenomenal week. She's doing great, a full bill of health. She's doing phenomenal. As I said before, that knock at the door was answered. And God came in and did a wonderful work in my family. The reality is, when you see a message go around that strong, it's a lot of people that are out there hurting, and it's a lot of people who are waiting on a knock. And I want to continue to reiterate, your knock may not come right away, but to be patient and to wait on the Lord, and he will do what he said he'll do. Another thing was, there was an overwhelming amount of support just from fellow believers and Christians around the country. I want to thank them for that. And I think the phrase that is used oftentimes is, man, that's awesome what you're doing with that platform that you have. But at the end of the day, that's what we are to be doing as Christians. That's what we are to be doing as believers, is sharing the gospel, preach the gospel. The word says, for I am unashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God to bring salvation to all who believe. It's the power of God. And that's what our world is needing. That's not just talking about salvation for the spirit. That's talking about salvation for the soul. People who are hurting, people who are going through present day situations who need healing and need God in their life. And only the power of God can save them. So what I want to encourage every Christian, not just Christians with a platform, preach the gospel, share the gospel. In our schools need God. Share the gospel. In our courtrooms need God. Share the gospel. In the hospitals, our hospitals need God. Share the gospel. Preach the gospel. It is the power of God that will bring salvation. And I can't be the only person that feels like our nation needs salvation. And I think that's why that message was so powerful and spread, is because people are looking for salvation. So share the gospel. So unfortunately, we'll be doing this again. I'll be sharing about football later in the week. Thank y'all for y'all time. Blessings.